Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a simple and easy chili recipe that anybody can make, and that's also relatively cheap. And I'm going to make a huge pot of chili for probably under 40 bucks. Actually, it might even be under 30 bucks. I haven't really even done the math on it. But it's not very expensive, and it's going to make a lot of food you can feed a lot of people with. And it's quick and simple. Maybe not quick, but it's simple and it's easy. And it's delicious. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get you some pan with some oil in it and get that oil heated up. You can use whatever kind of oil you want. I'm just using olive oil for this. Once that oil gets heated up, I got 2 green bell peppers chopped up and 2 sweet onions chopped up. We're going to dump it right in that oil. Give it a good stir and get that all coated with the oil. I'm going to take a teaspoon of this garlic, maybe two teaspoons, just eyeballing it. I'm going to put some in there with the peppers and onions. I like garlic, so I did 2 scoops of it. We're going to get that all stirred up. Let these veggies cook down. I added some salt and some pepper from this pepper grinder. I cooked those veggies on like a medium-high heat for about 5 minutes or so, just enough to soften them up. You don't want to cook them all the way through because I'm going to cook the chili in the crock pot for several hours. But you want to get them softened up. You want to get that garlic and salt and pepper starting to mix in with it really good. Now what I'm going to do is I got 3 pounds of ground beef right here. That's going right in the same pan. We're going to get that browned up. We're not going to cook it all the way through though. We're just going to get it browned up. While I'm waiting for that hamburger to get browned, I'm going to go ahead and dump in. I got 1 can of beef broth here. 1 can of diced tomatoes with no salt. 1 can of diced tomatoes. That's garlic, basil, and oregano flavor. I got 1 can of tomato paste. I'm going to get it scooped out and put in there. That's going to help thicken everything up. Alright, the tomato paste is scooped in there. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of sugar. Not a lot. That's probably about a tablespoonful. Just a pinch of cinnamon. Some Lee & Perkins Worcestershire sauce. Just a little bit. I might put a little bit in this burger too. Give it some flavor. Gonna put a little oregano in. I got this Better Than Bouillon. It's like a beef flavor. I'm just going to take a small amount, maybe about like that, and mix it into the pot. This is completely optional. If you don't have this, it's not necessary. Just adds a little extra flavor. Now that the meat's starting to get browned up a little bit, I'm going to hit it with some Everglades, and I'm going to hit it with some of this smoky mesquite. I'm going to take a package of this chili seasoning mix. It's just a store-bought mix. I'm going to put it in with the hamburger. If you want to make your own seasonings and do them individually one by one, that's perfectly okay. I just, for ease, to me, it's just easy to buy these little packets and dump them in there. It's got all the same stuff. that you would make on your own. I'm going to take one more packet and dump it in the pot and get that mixed up. All right, that meat is brown. I'm just going to drain the grease off of it and then put it in the crock pot. I'm letting it drain, getting a lot of that grease out of there. All right, I dumped it in the crock pot, and I'm going to take some of this leftover grease and I'm going to add it in just a little bit. I mean, you don't want a bunch of grease in your chili, but it does give it a little bit of flavor. I added about a cup of water because it was really thick, and it's going to cook down. That's it for now. Just going to cover that baby up, leave it on high. I'm probably going to cook it on high for about 2 hours, and then I'll put it down on low for the next 3 to 4 hours. There you have it, folks. It's winter time. It's starting to get cold out. That chili is going to warm us up. And I would usually put, hold on one second. If I was making the pot just for me, I'd dump a good amount of this Louisiana hot sauce in it. But other people are probably going to be eating this, so I'll just add this into the bowl after it's done, like my individual bowl that I'm going to eat out of. We'll check back in about a few hours. We'll check back and see how it's looking. Okay, y'all, this chili's been in the crock pot. I've had it on high for 4 hours. I know I said I was only going to do it for 2 hours and turn it down to low, but I did it for 4 hours on high. Now I'm going to take these beans and dump these beans in here. I got 4 cans of these I'm going to put in. I put those beans in after 4 hours because I don't want them getting all mushy. I'm going to put this lid back on and turn the heat down to low. I'm going to let that cook for about another 2 or 3 hours. We'll just have to check it in a little bit and see. As far as putting beans in your chili, that's a personal preference. I personally like the beans in my chili, but if you're from Texas or somewhere that thinks that beans don't belong in chili, it's completely optional. Just go ahead and skip right over this step. It's been 3 more hours since I put the beans in the chili. So this pot's been on for 7 hours. And I know what you're thinking. That looks soupy and runny, and it is, but I make it like that for a reason, which is what I'm going to show you now. I just dipped me out a bowl, and it is, like I said, it's a little bit soupy and runny, but the reason why I do that is because I like to add crackers and cheese, and that will make the consistency thicker when I add those in. If it's already too thick before you even do that, then it's gonna make it like almost like a paste or something. Put me some crackers in there. Go ahead and put me some cheese on. I'm going to hit it with some of this Louisiana hot sauce. And I like a little bit of sour cream in my chili. Just put that right on top right there. Now I'm gonna give it a good try. Give me a little sour cream. Mix it up with the chili and cheese. Oh man, that's what you want to eat on a cold day right there. This stuff is still pretty hot. Oh yeah. You can see after I added the crackers and the cheese in, now that consistency is thick. If you would have started with the chili already being too thick and not runny and added that stuff in, then it would be like a really, really super thick. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Thanks for watching, guys.